Hey everybody, this is Tina and I'm back to do a tag video. This tag is called My First Time and I got the idea of doing this tag from Ivy Powell. And if you don't know about her, you need to go check her out because she does amazing hair and great makeup videos. So I'll leave a link down below to her channel. So the first question to this tag is, do you still talk to your first love? No. My first love was in high school, so we don't talk anymore. What was your first job? My first job was when I was 16 at a grocery store. Simply because when you're 16, a lot of the jobs require you to be 18, so yeah. Okay, what was your first car? My first car was a Nissan Sentra, and that's currently what I'm driving now. Who was the first person you text today? The first person I text today was my best friend. Who's the first person you thought about this morning? My mom. I think about her every morning. So, because currently I'm away at school. So, me and my mom are really close. So, I think about her every morning. Okay, who was your first grade teacher? I really can't remember that far back. I can't remember that. Sorry, so on to the next. Where did you go on your first airplane ride? I can't remember exactly my first airplane ride, but I know when I was young, like really young, I went to Texas and I went to Florida. Texas was either to my grandmother's, if I went to Texas, it was for my grandmother's funeral, and then if it was, if Florida was my first airplane ride, it was for a family trip to Disney World. Next question. Who was your first best friend, and do you still talk to him or her? My first best friend was Kimberly from first grade, and we don't talk that much. It's like when I see her, we talk, you know, but we don't talk on a regular. Okay. Where was your first sleepover? My first sleepover, I can't remember. Maybe it was my current best friend's house right now, like, because my best friend I have right now, I met her when I was in the 6th grade, so we used to do sleepovers too. So but I can't remember my first one. I don't know. Who was the first person you talked to today? Mom. I call her. Whose wedding were you in for the first time? The first wedding I was ever in was my sister's. I was her maid of honor. What was the first thing you did this morning? Well, I did my regular morning routine, basically wash up or whatever, but I also started watching this series called Rain, and I really love it. Like, it's on the 2nd season right now, but I didn't know about the 1st season, so I'm watching it on Netflix, and it's basically about Queen Mary of Scotland and Prince Francis and King Henry and Queen Catherine from France. So if you like medieval movies or like stuff like that, you're gonna like this movie because it's really interesting. Okay, so next question. What was the first concert I've ever been to? First concert I've ever been to was Tyree's concert back in 2010 or 2011. Oh my god, best concert ever. Although that was my first concert ever too. But he is amazing. I really love him. He is my favorite like celebrity. Period. That's my boo in another lifetime. Okay, first broken bone. Thank God I have never broken a bone at all, so I don't gotta worry about that. First piercing. My first piercing was, of course, the bottom ear, but that's normal, I guess. So if you're talking about other than that, my first piercing was this right here, like up here, but I no longer have it. Yeah, so. But if you're talking about other than my ear, I had my tongue pierced before, but no longer have either. Okay, so first foreign country I've ever been to. My first foreign country was Guyana, since that's my dad's country, so we went there to visit family. Me and my family. That's where we went. Okay, so next question. First movie you remember seeing in the theaters? I watch movies like there's no tomorrow. I love movies. All kinds of movies. But my favorite one's horror, so I really can't tell you my first movie I've ever seen in movie theaters, but the first movie, I will tell you my last movie I've seen in the theaters. Best Man Holiday with my mom in the movie theaters. That was a good movie. Okay, so when was your first detention? Okay, so my first detention was probably in high school. Simply because when you're late to school, if you're late too many times in the morning, you get detention. So I'm not a morning person, so I was late a few times, but that's basically it. Who was your first roommate? My first roommate was when I was in college, particularly Stony Brook, and I had a roommate. I forgot her name though, but didn't like her that much. She was weird. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, what was the first lesson you ever took? First lesson I ever took. So I don't really know if they mean like an actual lesson class or a lesson in life. So I'm going to give you both. First lesson I've ever took as in class in school was violin lessons for most of my, like all of my middle school and most of my high school career, I guess. And lesson of life that I ever took is that not many people believe in you, but regardless of who believes in you or not, you have to believe in yourself to succeed in life. Simple as that. Okay, next. Who was the first beauty-related person you watched on YouTube? First beauty-related person I've ever watched was Muffins Is My Lovers. Love her. She was great personality, does great makeup, hair-related movies, videos, and everything. Also Thomas Adriana, and let me see, anybody else? Atia. That's really all I can think of. Oh, and Buildable Beauty. If you know about her, she did really good videos. She does really good videos on like how to take care of hair, like healthy hair care basically. So that's it for the tag. I hope you enjoy this tag. Who I tag is everyone who's watching this video, and I would like to tag Kiki Couture, Tiffany's Vlogs, Regis Life, which is my sister. Check her out. And Kimberly Holden. Yeah. So can't wait to see all of your videos who chooses to do this tag. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.